Psychological experiments have shaped our understanding of human behavior and cognition. They span across areas like authority and obedience, child development, and perception and reality. These studies have influenced fields such as neuroscience, ethics, and social behavior, providing insights into cognitive processes and health. Studies on authority and obedience like Milgram's and Zimbardo's reveal how power dynamics can influence individuals' actions. These experiments show that situational factors often override personal ethics and empathy. Understanding these dynamics helps in addressing issues related to authority misuse and social influence. The Milgram obedience experiment demonstrated the extent to which individuals would follow orders, even when causing harm to others. It found that 65% of participants administered the highest voltage shock, illustrating the power of authority over personal conscience. This study significantly impacted ethical standards in psychological research. The Stanford prison study showcased how quickly individuals could adopt abusive roles when placed in a position of power. Participants acting as guards displayed sadistic behavior towards prisoners, leading to the experiment's premature end. This highlighted the intense influence of situational roles on human behavior. In Zimbardo's shock experiment, anonymity was shown to increase aggression, as participants delivered higher shocks when identities were concealed. The study demonstrated how de-individuation could lead to cruel behavior in otherwise normal individuals. This research contributed to our understanding of mob psychology and online anonymity effects. The Good Samaritan study explored how situational factors such as time pressure influence helping behavior. Conducted with theology students, it revealed that those who were rushed were less likely to assist someone in need. This experiment highlighted the complex interaction between personal morals and situational demands. The bystander apathy study investigated how the presence of others affects the likelihood of helping in emergencies. Researchers found that group size inversely correlated with intervention, illustrating diffusion of responsibility. This study emphasized the importance of individual action amidst crowd dynamics. Research in child development delves into how children grow and learn, examining influences like environment and genetics. Experiments like Harlow's monkey study and the Bobo doll experiment have provided insights into attachment, learning, and socialization processes. These studies have shaped our understanding of emotional and cognitive growth in children. The Little Albert experiment demonstrated that emotional responses like fear could be conditioned in humans. Conducted by John B. Watson, it involved conditioning a child to fear a white rat by pairing it with loud noises. This experiment raised ethical concerns and illustrated the potential for learned emotional reactions. The marshmallow test studied children's ability to delay gratification, linking self-control to future success. Children were offered a choice between one marshmallow now or two marshmallows later if they waited. The results showed that those who delayed gratification tended to achieve higher academic performance and better life outcomes. In Harlow's monkey study, rhesus monkeys were given a choice between a wire mother that provided food and a cloth mother that offered comfort. The monkeys overwhelmingly preferred the cloth mother, demonstrating the critical importance of emotional bonds over basic needs like food. This experiment fundamentally altered theories in child development and attachment. The Bobo doll experiment by Albert Bandura highlighted how children learn aggression through observation and imitation. Children who observed adults acting violently towards the Bobo doll were more likely to mimic such behavior, showcasing the powerful role of modeling and learning. This research significantly influenced views on media violence and its impact on youth behavior. Jane Elliott's blue eyes/brown eyes experiment provided a vivid demonstration of the rapid internalization of discriminatory behavior. By dividing her students based on eye color and assigning privileges to the superior group, she simulated societal prejudice. The experiment underscored how quickly bias and inequality could be learned and manifested. The studies under perception and reality delve into the intricacies of how we process sensory information and form beliefs. Experiments like the visual cliff and selective attention demonstrate the limitations and peculiarities of our perceptual systems. These findings contribute to a deeper understanding of how perception shapes our reality and decision-making. The visual cliff experiment investigated depth perception in infants and animals, revealing that certain aspects of depth perception are innate. By using a glass-covered drop-off, the study showed that many infants hesitate to cross, indicating a natural fear of heights. This provided insight into sensory development and the evolutionary basis of fear responses. The selective attention experiment, famously known as the gorilla study, demonstrated the limits of our attention. Participants focused on counting basketball passes often missed a person in a gorilla suit walking through the scene. This finding revealed how intense focus can lead to inattentional blindness, altering perception and awareness. Studies on the placebo effect revealed the significant role of belief in treatment outcomes. Participants who received a sugar pill often reported improvements in symptoms, similar to those receiving actual medication. This phenomenon emphasizes the power of perception and has transformed clinical trials by highlighting the psychological impact on physical health. Research on subliminal messaging showed how exposure to stimuli below the threshold of awareness could subtly influence decisions. In one study, participants exposed to subliminal messages showed altered preferences and choices without conscious realization. These studies deepen the understanding of implicit processes in decision-making and advertising. Loftus memory experiments revealed the malleability of human memory through the use of leading questions. Participants often recalled false details about events they witnessed, illustrating how memories could be distorted. This work raised critical concerns about the reliability of eyewitness testimony in legal settings. The field of neuroscience and brain explores the complex functions and structures of the brain. Key studies such as split brain research and mirror neuron research have unraveled insights into lateralization, empathy, and learning. These experiments have revolutionized understanding of cognitive processes and human behavior. Split brain research revealed distinct functions of the brain's hemispheres through Roger Sperry's pioneering work. By studying patients with severed corpus callosums, researchers found that the left hemisphere excels in language tasks, while the right hemisphere is superior in spatial tasks. This work laid the foundation for our understanding of brain lateralization and its impact on behavior. Michael Gazzaniga's split brain study expanded on Sperry's findings by demonstrating how disconnected hemispheres can operate independently. Patients could, for instance, draw shapes with their left hand that they couldn't verbally describe. This research deepened insights into hemispheric specialization and the brain's complex communication pathways. Phantom limb studies explored how amputees experience sensations in missing limbs, shedding light on the brain's perception mechanisms. Researchers discovered that areas of the brain responsible for the missing limb can still be active, causing phantom pain. This knowledge has driven advancements in neuroplasticity and rehabilitation techniques. Mirror neuron research uncovered how specific neurons fire both when an action is performed and when it is observed in others. This discovery provided a biological basis for empathy and learning by imitation, explaining phenomena such as emotional contagion. These findings have significant implications for understanding social behavior and disorders like autism. Dunbar's number proposed that humans can maintain stable social relationships with approximately 150 people. This theory ties social capacity to the size of the neocortex, bridging psychology and anthropology. Dunbar's research influences areas such as social media design and the structure of organizations, emphasizing the limitations of human social networks. Social influence research explores how individuals' thoughts and actions are affected by others within a group. Studies like the Asch conformity experiment and the Robbers Cave experiment have highlighted how group dynamics can significantly shape individual behavior. These experiments underscore the importance of understanding cognitive biases and the systemic impact of group pressure on decision-making. The Asch conformity experiment revealed the strong influence of peer pressure on individual decision-making. Participants were willing to provide incorrect answers to simple questions to conform with the group's consensus, despite clear evidence to the contrary. This study demonstrated that social conformity could lead to a distortion of personal judgment and perception. The Robbers Cave experiment conducted by Muzaffar Sharif studied the effects of group conflict and cooperation among boys at a summer camp. The findings showed that intergroup competition led to hostility, while shared goals fostered collaboration and reduced tensions. This research provided valuable insights into the mechanisms of prejudice and the potential for resolving conflicts through common interests. The concept of the wisdom of crowds posits that collective decision-making can often be more accurate than individual judgments. Research has shown that when diverse perspectives are pooled together, the average estimation tends to be remarkably precise. This principle has been applied in fields ranging from market predictions to collaborative problem-solving, highlighting the intelligence of group consensus. The false consensus effect describes a cognitive bias where individuals overestimate how much others agree with their beliefs and behaviors. Studies have shown that people often assume their views are more widely shared than they actually are, affecting judgment and decision-making. This bias emphasizes the role of subjective perception in shaping one's understanding of social reality. The implicit association test measures unconscious biases by evaluating reaction times in association tasks. It has revealed that many people hold implicit biases, even when they consciously deny them. The test has sparked discussions in psychology and sociology about the impact of unconscious stereotypes on behavior. The field of learning and conditioning encompasses experiments that have profoundly shaped our understanding of behavior. Studies such as Pavlov's classical conditioning and Skinner's operant conditioning illustrate how behavior can be molded by associations and consequences. These experiments laid the groundwork for behavioral psychology and applications in education and therapy. Pavlov's classical conditioning demonstrated that dogs could learn to associate a neutral stimulus, like a bell, with food, eventually responding to the bell alone. This experiment established the foundational principles of behaviorism by showing how environmental stimuli can shape behavior. Pavlov's work has influenced therapies for phobias and anxiety disorders. B.F. Skinner's operant conditioning showed that behavior could be shaped by reinforcement and punishment. By using devices like the Skinner box, he demonstrated that behaviors followed by positive reinforcement were more likely to recur. This research has had a lasting impact on educational strategies and the development of behavior modification techniques.